we're asked to graph the solution set for this system. So we have two inequalities here. So this is a system of inequalities. And we know how to graph them independently. And so when you graph the system, you want to find the set of coordinates in the coordinate plane that satisfy both of these inequalities. So essentially, we want to find out where these two inequalities overlap. So let's graph this first one over here. I'll rewrite it in magenta. Y is greater than x minus 8. So the way to think about this, let's think about y is equal to x minus 8, but we're going to be greater than that. So we're going to draw a dotted line at y is equal to x minus 8. So if you think about x minus 8, the y-intercept is negative 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is negative 8 right there. This, of course, is the y-axis. That is the x-axis. And the graph of y equals x minus 8 has a slope of 1, right? There's 1 times this x right here. So every time you move in the positive x direction, you move 1 in the positive y direction. If you move 2, you get 2 in the positive y direction. If you moved 3, you would go up 3 in the positive y direction. And likewise, if you went negative x direction, you'd also go in the negative y direction by 1. So this line, if you said y is equal to x minus 8, it would be a line just like that. But since we're not going to include it in this set, we have to be greater than that line. I'll do a dotted line here. I'll do my best to draw a dotted line, which is surprisingly easier to draw than a non-dotted line. So that is essentially a dotted line version of y is equal to x minus 8. But we're going to be greater than that. So for any x, x minus 8 is going to be on that line, but the y is going to be all the values greater than that. So you pick any x. This is x minus 8. The y value is going to be all the y's greater than that for that x. So the solution set for y is greater than x minus 8 is all of the area above this line, and it doesn't include it. And that's why I put a dotted line there. So let me do that in a lighter color. So it's literally all of this area up here is the solution set for this first inequality. Now let's do the second inequality. I'll do it in another dark color. We have y is less than 5 minus x, or we could write that as negative x plus 5. So it looks a little bit more like our slope-intercept form. Now, if we were to just graph y is equal to negative x plus 5, it would look like this. We'd go in the positive y direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the y-intercept right there. And it has a slope of negative 1. So if we move 1 in the x direction, we move down 1. If we move 3 in the x direction, we're going to move down 3. If we move back 3 in the x direction, we're going to move up 3. So this line is going to look like this. And I'm going to do it a dotted line because we're not including it. It's not less than or equal. It's just strictly less than. So it won't include the line. So it's going to look something like this. Try my best to draw it as neatly as possible. I think that is a respectable job. This is the dotted line version of y is equal to negative x plus 5. It's dotted because we're not including it. Now, for any x, you pick an x. Let's say x is equal to 1. Negative x plus 5 is going to get onto that line. But for that x, we only care about the y's that are less than that value. So it's going to be all the values below this line. So if you look at the solution set for this second inequality, it will look like this. It will look like, and I'll do it in this light blue color, it will look something like this. It'll be all of the area below this blue line. So it will be all of this area below the blue line. Now, what we care about is the set of coordinates that satisfy both of these inequalities. Now, in order to satisfy both the inequalities, it has to be the overlap of the solution sets. And the overlap of the solution sets, where the blue is overlapping with the yellow in this case, is everything that is above this line and everything that's below that line. So it's all of this area here. And so let me color that in a little bit bolder. So it's all of this, below the blue line, above the red line. This is the overlap. All of this area, all of that area right there is the solution set for this system. And you can verify it. Pick a random point in this area and see it'll satisfy both points. And a really easy one is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. That's part of our solution set. Let's try it out. If y is 0, 0 is greater than 0 minus 8. That's true. 0 is greater than negative 8. If you do the second equation, 0 is less than 5 minus 0. That's true. 0 is less than 5. And you can try it out with any points here. This orange area is our solution set.